YouTube, good afternoon. Friday, February 19th today, my dad's birthday. Happy birthday, Dad. So I'm here, I got my first 500 miles. I said I'd do an update. When I hit that, I'm gonna do my oil change in this video, so you can see that if you want. I'm gonna also talk about the bike and the things that I did to it and a little bit of the experience update. So those who are curious, I can update you. Bike's awesome, I haven't had any issues with it. 500 miles is nothing also, but yeah, so I did some upgrades onto it. So I bought the TourTech top case. And so I ordered this from KTM and then the top mount plate that they have. So they have this plate that they make here, but they didn't give me the right plate. Like it wasn't, I bought it like the day it like came out though. So I don't think they matched up in the computer what it was. And all they tried to do is sell me a new plate that replaces the top here. So I don't know. So anyway, I ordered that from TourTech specifically, directly. And they also, you can order these from them because this didn't match up. So actually when I got it, these weren't in the right spot for that mount. They were slightly back. And I think KTM, I might just order it specifically from TourTech because I end up having to move these, and it's fine because I have all the tools and stuff, but not everybody's gonna have that. And then they only gave me one lock set, which is nice because you can actually key this to your lock. It's the little back of it, but it didn't come with any instructions, and it's not that hard to do, but it would be a little challenging for someone who's not at least like a little mechanically inclined. Like I'm an engineer, so most things I can figure out, but it's not. Yeah. Anyway, you can look it up too. It was kind of a fun. I took it as a puzzle challenge, and it's kind of cool to do. And then again, you can key it to yourself, but not exactly straightforward. So no problems with the case though. It was awesome. We actually even took it up a pretty steep hill climb with the two of us, and I ended up dumping it on the right side during it. Not hard. It just fell over on a hill. I don't know if you can see it. Oh, it's dark because I'm looking outside. Let me turn on my light. And it didn't scratch anything bad or break any plastics or anything exactly. It was just, I'm gonna see if we can see it now. Yeah, just a little scrapey scrape there. Luckily, none of the side or anything was here because I bought this crash guard, which is cool. So it did, and this one's aluminum. This one's aluminum for sure. Yeah. Anyway, so I put this guy in it, which was nice. I should have done a video of how to put this thing on. It wasn't that hard, but I probably should have done it just to update things. But I'm glad I had that because it definitely kept this from really getting scraped, and it definitely protected this. And it looks kind of nice anyway. I think they sell a secondary upper one too. Maybe I'll get to protect the radiator and stuff. I'm not sure yet, but I think for the oil change, I'm gonna have to take this thing off, or at least separate it from here. Hopefully I don't have to take it from here because these bolts are pretty big, but if I have to, it's fine. But I might have to do it. That's the only thing I'd say about this bottom one is gonna be my criticism, is that if you do an oil change, you obviously have to take it off. But if you're doing your oil change, you obviously probably know how to do some stuff, so it's not that big a deal. So anyway, all right, so I'm gonna get to the oil change. So I thought anything else to update. Oh yeah, thanks for some of the replies that people gave me, because so there is there's storage in this right here on either side. It's small, but there is some storage here. I got a little plastic wear on that, huh? Oh, probably from her shoe sliding on. The lady. But yeah, so it came with a toolkit, which actually has a lot of nice little parts that you can use on taking this stuff off. And it came with that toolkit. But these come off, which is nice. I'll show you how to do that real quick. Let me see if I can get the camera set up. Oh, looks like I shut it off. So we're restarting from the same video, but that's fine. Yeah, okay, cool. So this guy, there's these little tabs on here. You just pull it forward on this guy. There's two of them. You just pop it forward, pop. There's that too. And then it slides toward the front, and this thing pops off, which is cool, and it's on either side. So it's a small thing, but you could store some stuff like your registration. I put mine under my seat because I don't think that's a good idea to have it accessible probably for your registration and stuff. But yeah, it came with this little toolkit, and then I I bungeed it as well. And when I put that crash kit on, I was looking for a specific tool to fit. What was it? I guess, it's because it was, you'll see. So I had like a little Allen wrench attachment for it that it came with, that I looked in my tool set and I couldn't find it, and then I ended up having one here. But it's cool. It came with a little, this is just a little bar, so you get a little more leverage. And then a bunch of these attachments here that you have that you can see attached to the top of that Allen wrench set that they gave in here. So you got a big T-handle guy, and you can put this on the end of it, which is nice. And yeah, here it is. Here's a little T-handle that they did. So it came with a basic set of tools. Not a bad little setup. So kudos to you, KTM, on that. It's a nice one, and it's most of the things you'd probably need to do it. So I could probably do this whole breakdown with just this guy. Maybe. Might. I'm not sure. We're going to find out. I'll try to use what I can out of this kit to see if I can do an oil change out of what's in this kit, only with what's in this kit. And so that'll be an interesting thing to find out anyway. So let's see. I'm going to slide this a little closer. There we go. Oh. And of course, I don't plan or think about how to do any of this because I'm just going to wing it, which is fun. But so you guys get to see the learning process. All right, so the basic idea is that I've got to take off the skid plate, and the skid plate is attached to these tank protectors here. They're one unit. You can separate it, so you can see. I've got the crash bar that I had put on attaches here actually, and then it attaches up on the tank, and then under here to the front of this. And then underneath, there's some leftover stuff here, taking it from the mountains. Yeah, and underneath, there's a piece that you have to replace. There's 3 bolts under here that you normally leave on, and you can on this. But that's actually how the crash bars are like attached together underneath the bike. So, I'm upside down. There we go. Okay. All right, cool. So yeah, let's see if we can get this. I think I might be able to get it. If I can do it without loosening this tank bolt, that'll be nice. So I'm going to try to, but we're going to find out. Let's set it up there. Bam. All right, cool. So I'm going to try loosening this guy first. Let's see what we got here. I think this is a 14. Nope, it's going to be a 13 or 12. 13. Ooh, that's the one. All right, so we're good on this one so far. So we're going to see if we can do this. I need to back it up with an Allen. So we've got this guy here. And let's see if this fits it. Oh yeah, that's the one. So it's a 5 mil on the Allen size on the top. So general practices when you're doing this, you're not supposed to turn the bolt when you're doing things. You're supposed to turn the nut. So now that we know it works, I'm going to actually grab a socket set so this can go fast. But now we know that it works, so that's cool. Where are my 13 mil? 13 millimeter socket. It's gonna be a long video of me running around like a wild man. Nope, that's not it. Digging through. This is my little motorcycle toolkit that I take with me to go ride. So it's got basically all motorcycle stuff on it. So there's that guy. Put him on top. Back it up. Yeah, the reason you don't want to spin the bolt, other direction, is because if you have a tight fitting hole that is drilled for it, then the problem is that you're wearing the inside of that bolt hole out. And so so it's just general practices when you do that you really want to spin the nut, not the bolt. All right. Ooh, it looks like a little bit of, you know what? That's just chain lube. Okay. That's just chain lube running down from here, I think.
hopefully, but it looks like it. Okay, cool. One side down, there's a little spacer here that goes between, so that goes there. But you wouldn't have this if you don't have the crash bar. It's a little quicker, obviously, if you don't have the crash bar because you just take off the bottom thing. All right, then the next one we've got here, up under here, you'd normally take this guy off and this guy off, so these two. This is an 8mm bolt and this is just an Allen right here, so I'm guessing it's gonna fit this guy. Yeah, that's that one. But this one, you either have a star bit or you have an 8mm. And the kit comes with an 8mm wrench, so you could get this one and you could do that. So we're still technically good to go on the toolkit that they provided as far as giving us stuff. There's that. So I'm hoping I can slide this thing off without loosening everything up. Ooh. That was a little, it's not tight there. All right. Okay. Got a larger. I wonder if that loosened up. Oh yeah, slipping a little. So, there's that other spacer, dropped out. Perfect. Leave that here underneath. So let's see. Oh yeah, so that flopped out of the way, so I should be able to get that. So I won't need to, I just had to loosen this guy up a little bit. So I won't have to take it off of the tank mount, which is nice. So that's a bonus. Good job, Tour Tech. All right, so I'm gonna get my 8mm socket and use that guy to take this off. There we go. And if you want to know torque settings on these, I think they're all 10 Newton meters, which if you want to do the conversion to foot-pounds in your head, you're welcome to do that. All right. Yeah, this guy, I hope I'm not quite loose enough. Ooh, can't get that guy free. I should probably just go to the other side of the motorcycle, huh? But we're gonna make it challenging because why not? Oh, the long way to go. All right, we're gonna get an extension, and then I'm gonna use my fingers. Extension. Oh yeah, that's better. And I didn't Loctite these the first time around because I knew I would have to do an oil change. So I'm gonna go around pretty shortly after, so. But I will probably Loctite these, putting them back in because you really don't want them coming out. Loosening up. And I'm gonna ride her good, so. Yeah. Oh, that's a big one. Oh, where's the T-handle? Damn it, I left it over there. I literally just rolled this in this garage. We just bought this place, and so my garage is still messy because we're moving in. So this is that same 5mm Allen on this side. And done. Set that down there. That's those two bolts. Okay, cool. And there is a spacer up here that's gonna fall out probably. I gotta take that guy off. That and that. So there's this other one on this side, that same 13mm to the front of that I need to take off. And these are, it's nice, the TourTech gave good hardware with this to replace whatever you're putting on, so that was nice. Spacer's gonna drop. Yeah, they gave good nylock bolts in the Allen heads, so those should be fine there. And I need to loosen this guy a little bit, the tank mount like the other side. So that'll help this kind of just have some play. So that guy's kind of floppy loose. So this all stays together. We got all those bolts. So there's 3 underneath here, and like I said, these don't come off because there's kind of a spacer that they had, and then you just have these 2 bolts in the bottom that are going to come off now. So I'm going to get these guys out, and it looks like those are 8 mils again. So these guys are going to come out. Yeah, these. Again, you don't want to, you can really over torque small stuff like this. The torque setting is usually, especially if you've got good forearm grip and stuff and finger strength, you can easily over torque stuff, because this is just, these are all aluminum too, I think too. So, all right. See if we can get this guy off. Oh, because these pop down, don't they? That's right, this is gonna pop down. And these actual tank, the plastic ones that come factory, they pop down, kind of down and back toward the rear end. Come on. Oh, you know what? Yeah, that's right. There's a, don't pull too hard. There's a drain tube here. So that's attached. If you feel something catching, then you can see this drain tube, and it's just a little push clip, and it should pop out. There we go. So now this thing should come down. Okay, there we go. Cool. Big old skid plate out of the way. So yeah, you can see the part that, I'll just, I don't know how to do that. You can see it there. So that's what I swapped out from the original one on the inside, but this is a whole unit, which is nice. So that's off. She's good. Cool. Well, that's handy. They kind of leave that in place. All right. Now to the actual oil change. All right. So what do we got here? This guy has, so this is the left side of the bike, and what we're going to take off is this bolt here, and this bolt here. So this has 2 filters in it with some magnets to catch little pieces of metal. Yeah, some grease. And then this is your actual oil filter, hence it says oil filter there. Why not? I should go grab the one. This is the one from KTM. Oh, and my little measuring device. So, because the Moto Rex on their thing, they don't actually have a sight window on this to show you what's left. So you'll need something to measure it out. So this one I bought from it, probably for like 2-stroke stuff too. I guess it could be for anything, but it, oh yeah, it shows you ratios. That's kind of cool. Nice. So yeah, this is really like if you had a 2-stroke, it's going to tell you the ratios of 32-to-1 or whatever you're mixing for gallons and your 2-stroke. Neat. Who the fuck runs 70-to-1 though? That's pretty lean. All right, I think I ran like 50-to-1 on my, when I was like racing or something, a little leaner, but anyway. All right, so let's see. Okay, so we need to get my oil pan. We're gonna get the bolts out of the way here. Grab my big honking oil catch pan. Where did I put you? Over here. Oh yeah, it's got a lot of oil in here. In case you guys are wondering, I change all my own oil. So, oh, you know what? It's gonna be a little funky. That's gonna spit weird with the kickstand in the way. This guy's gonna pour out quick, I bet, with the kickstand in the way. So that's the best way to do that. I could try to put something to divert it. But yeah, so I guess that's bonus points to standing. I may stand it up when I do this, I guess, when I take that one off. Just to let it, because it's going to come out of there pretty quickly. Open that guy up. So I'm going to get, hands are going to get gnarly. Got myself some grooves. Do that. And looks like this is just a 13 mil as well. Yeah, it looks like that's a 13 mil as well. All this shenanigans. Okay. So these are two 13 mil. Yep. All right, cool. So let's see. You want some paper towels? We're gonna have to set some shit down on some stuff so we keep it clean. The wind's starting to blow a little bit. All right, cool. So I'm gonna hold this guy up. Get that out of the way. And then I'm gonna do this one-handed. Let's see if we can do this one-handed. It's gonna be fun. All right, socket. That guy. Don't know if I'll need an extension. Oh, that's the wrong size. 13. And that's loosening there. Okay. Put her long ways. Oh yeah, she's on pretty good. There it is. Oh yeah, that first time feels good. All right, that's loose. And I drove it here, so it's gonna be pretty warm. Oh yeah, fine threads. Love the feeling of a good fine thread. It's pleasant. Don't know how long-winded these things are. She's dripping. Starting to drip. Come on. Oh, you know what we should do? If you open the oil fill port on the other side for this first one, so it has some air it can pull in through here, then you won't get kind of a vacuum effect where it doesn't want to pour easily right away, because if I can get it. All right, there we go. Yeah, because I don't know how much is going to come out on this guy, but yeah, you can get a vacuum effect on that. Oh, okay, there we go. I just was being too gingerly with it. She looks nice, yeah. Still nice and honey brown too, which it should be after 500 miles even. Like, that shouldn't be an issue. We're gonna clean that out good. I'm gonna spray it out. I've got some cleaner to spray that out. All right, let's do the second one. This guy will probably piss a lot more than I'm guessing. Oh yeah. Slam my hand in the oil. That's good. Because that was not even close to 2.8 liters. So this guy is probably holding a lot of that. Yep, there it is. Yeah, still looks pretty healthy too. Little bit of, let me hear it burping. Oh, I didn't open the guy. Let's do that. There we go. Nice. That was a fair amount more oil. I got gloves and then I didn't use them, but it's okay. A little bit of oil is good for you. It's if you look at on the FDA, it says like small bits of hydrocarbons are good for your diet, so it's healthy to get a little bit. You get osmosis through your skin too. A little bit of vitamin O. I don't know if you guys get much of that, you know, but a little vitamin O is good. Oh, can't stab it under there. Am I gonna get it? Am I gonna get it? Oh yeah, just barely. Look at that. Beaut. Did that on purpose, in case you guys wondered. All right, that's done. This is an extremely non-professional video. Don't judge me. If you don't like it, make your own. All right, so that guy's dripping out. Looks pretty good. These things look in pretty good shape too. So yeah, it's got these little magnets in there. So we're gonna spray those guys out. We're gonna clean this off good. Paper towel, probably. Be nice with a paper towel if you're like on the screen, because you don't want to get shavings, paper shavings in anything, preferably. So I just wipe it down, but mostly we're gonna spray it off and clean off that magnet in there too. And so these are identical, by the way. So it doesn't matter which one you pull it out of. So you don't have to be all cautious about that. I still set them down just because I'm weird, and I put them down in an order. Not weird, but it's a good rule of thumb to do. Set them down, and just in case you do that and you're not sure. And I'm just going to put them back in the same one they came out of anyway. So that's cool. All right. Clean those off a little. They look nice, though. Always just visual inspection is good. All right. So now we're going to pop that oil filter off. I'm going to put some gloves on now. Since my hands are covered in oil, I should put some gloves on to keep the oil on my hands, right? Makes sense. If you don't think about it, it makes a lot of sense. So we're going to do that. This guy. Pop it off here. Oh, those are barely on. That felt a little loose. I don't know how I felt about that. These are also 8mm. These 8 mils are all 10 Newton meters. The 13 mil that I just took off are 20 Newton meters. Torque it down. All right, those are off. Cap's coming off. Probably. Oh yeah, come on. I don't have any fingernails to do this. Oh. Okay, we're gonna need some pliers. Whoa! Grab that. Oh, these are vice grips. You don't need to go that hardcore. All right, let me grab. I got my pliers up here. I pulled them out. I was just using them. Need to put these back in my toolbox anyway. Rule number 1, man. Didn't even follow rule number 1. Put the fucking tool back. All right, nice. Put her down with our other oily parts. Check. And then this oil filter is in there. It's got, yeah, you had some circlips. I don't have any circlips handy here, so this is gonna be weird. Get it out. I'm taking needle nose and I'm spreading them out and then pulling, which is clearly super not working. We can grab the tip of that. Oh yeah, there we go. Got it. Bam. Look at this pretty long little guy there. KTM. Keep taking money. That's what it stands for, in case you're wondering. All right. Cool. Looking up in there. Nice. That's a fresh engine, if I ever done seen one. All right, we take off our oil-ridden clothes here. Yeah. Sweet. That's what it was. So that's it. Then you just close it up and you drive it from this point on. That's it. You don't. Once you take the oil out, then it's good for the first. Just kidding. Don't do that. You got to be careful these days. People are pretty literal. So how long is this? Jesus Christ. This is a long video. Nobody's ever going to watch this whole thing. It's never going to happen. All right. So they say you should
pre-fill this guy to get the right volume. Oh, I'm gonna have to take my phone holder. There we go. No, okay, that's fine. All right, open it up. Crack this guy. Oh, you got to use your finger to do this. If you can't open it with stabbing it with your finger, then you're not old enough to do an oil change. That's what my dad always told me. It still hurts a lot. All right, so what do we say? 2.8 liters. I wrote it down on a note. Yes, 2.8 liters. So there's pints, cc's, and fluid ounces. And you say, well, that sucks. But we know that from physics or whatever. So 1 liter is 1,000 milliliters, which is 1,000 cc's. So you've got cc's on here. So we'll use that. 500 cc's. And there's the first 500. So this guy's a little small. They make bigger ones than this. They didn't have one, so we can do a little math. Gonna pour that guy in here. Fill it up. Oop, there it is, full. Oh, and I got some on the outside, so it's totally ruined. And we shove it back in super hard. I'm just kidding, don't. It should, you'll feel it kind of click, to be honest there. It's kind of a satisfying little clicky click. And I'm just gonna clean up a little bit around the edge here, on the bottom. Yep. Don't get any stuff inside that. And then you've got your oil filter. So this is obviously brand new. So the O-ring in it's gonna be, I mean, it should be good, but it's got an O-ring around this. And you should always just visually inspect O-rings. If they're cracked or whatever, replace them. All right, so I'm gonna put this guy back up, slide it up in there, pop it in, and it has to be there. All right, to 8 millimeters. Yep. 10 Newton meters. Oh yeah, here you should, there we go. And you really should be able to do 10 Newton meters by your finger, or else you'll never be a good arm wrestler. It's also what I was taught when I was young. So 10 Newton meters is like a bare minimum fingertip strength. So yeah. Just in case you're wondering, if you can't do it, so that's why I'll never be a good arm wrestler. I've got 2 weak baby fingers, like tiny little baby fingers. And anything that's got like 2 and it's squeezing an O-ring in, you just want to, don't tighten one down all the way, kind of go a little bit on one, a little bit on the other. So it squeezes it in there, honestly. I know I should probably denote something when I'm joking, when I'm not joking. But hopefully you guys have some general mechanical sense. Let me cover this. Mostly so you guys can see my sweet guns. If you can't see those, then how do you know that I can tighten, All right. I guess I'll put these guys back in. All right, we're gonna spray these guys off. So grab my cleaner. Come hither, cleaner. Whoop, pop the cap off. When you put the cap on, don't push in real hard until you make sure it's squirting away from you. Clean it out. Oh yeah. All right, you definitely want to wear gloves when you do this. BT dub, this shit is gnarly. Gnarly. Whoop, hello. All right. I'm doing this out
over the ground. Oh, God. My baby hands flew the... That's what happens when you have tiny hands. They break gloves. This part is for you weirdo latex people. Oh, yeah. Look at this. Watch. Oh. Where's my thumb? There it is. Oh, yeah. Wait for it. Oh, yeah. I know somebody like that. You'll appreciate that. Subscribe. All right, so I'm way out here because this is gnarly. Don't spray this into the wind. Preferably anywhere near small children, animals. Spraying near politicians is completely fine though. All right, sweet. Clean as the day they were born. So yeah, just you can see this little screen catch up here, and then I'm gonna let these guys dry out for 1 second. Just do a quick little visual inspection. Tell them that they're beautiful, and they will do their jobs forever. And they love you. I should probably cut some of this out. Or I'll leave it. I don't know. Nobody's gonna spend half an hour watching this video. What do I think? Who knows? All right. So, this guy's good to go. Yeah. Looks healthy, friendly. All right, cool. I'm gonna put those guys back in. All right, this one first. Slide it in. You feel it, a little resistance. Resistance. Oh yeah, that one's good. Okay, check this one. Just give her a quick inspection. Yes, you are beautiful. You are. You catch all the stuff. You do. You're right. I know your brother's lazy. We won't tell him though. He's already in. He can't hear us. It's cool. All right. Here you go. Pop. Boom. All right. There it is. Sweet. Clean up around the edges. Do that. Oh yeah. Get the little bit that drippy drip around. Drippy drip around. Cool. Sweet. Let me tighten these up. 13 mil. Take the 8 off. Let's put this guy on an extension here. All right. And then we could just, yep. 20 Newton meters. Exactly right there. Wait. Exactly right there. Bam, yep. Bam, perfect. Couldn't hear the click, but it's in my arm. It pops a lot, the tendon. I have a problem. It hurts. It hurts so much. Send help. Okay. All right, so that's it on that. And take my gloves off. Sorry, latex people, it's free. And then we are gonna pour the oil in. So these are all tight. Let me just do one more sanity check, because wife has not. Check this guy. Good. I think these guys really, yeah. Yep. Okay. Yeah, you can feel it. You could easily over tighten those, over torque them. All right, 2.8 liters, 200
2,800 cc's. It's a lot. It's like a Honda Civic worth of oil. Okay. All right. Okay. We're gonna need stuff. Let's see, one of these things. That's too big. Where's my other oil? Where is it? Funnel! Ah, there she is. Ah, trusty funnel. Got it. Okay. It's always customary, so you take this out, give her a sniff. It's a little light. You can tell it's lightweight oil. It's lightweight oil. Okay. Try to make sure this thing is not scummy before you put it in. It's a good rule of thumb for all things. Make sure it's clean before you put it in. Motorcycles alike and things will appreciate you. All right, what do I got left? So I did 500. We poured some in the oil filter. And then I'm gonna watch to make sure it doesn't run over the top of the thing. All right, and then I'm gonna cut through this part. We'll cut through some of this. Yeah, there's no way. Nobody's ever gonna watch this video this long. Okay. Pouring in. I really should get some kind of mount. How do you professional YouTubers do this? What do you guys do? You got a whole crazy setup? All right. 500 more, coming in hot. Oh yeah, it's golden goodness. Look at that. This is beautiful. Air bubbles. Pouring it in. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's good. That's good. All right, I'm gonna skip through this part. All right, I'm back exactly 6 seconds later. Just kidding, I don't know how long it was, but we got the oil in. The fill line, so when you stand it up, let me put this guy back in. At least set it in there. And this left hand just feels all right. Make sure that thing's clean before you put it on, by the way. Clean, clean, always clean. All right. So when you lean it up, wow. All right. So you got the little sight port, and this is on the right side of the bike. And it should, when you level it out, there we go, be about somewhere between in that circle. That's your safe zone circle. So it's like it's where you can feel safe, and nobody's gonna make you feel unsafe there. So that's your safe zone. So keep to the safe zone. All right. And then you just put it all back together. I'm going to put my cage. You guys don't have to watch that. Thank you for watching this and putting up with my awkward, weird commentary. I'm going to reset the suspension on the bike too. I'll adjust it. And then I'll give some overview and video. I actually got a helmet recorder, so I might record some video while I'm out riding solo tomorrow and slap it on the next video after this one. But I'll keep you guys posted. So far, excellent. I'd still buy it. I still would have bought it. I still want it. I have it. It's here. I'm going to ride it. All right. Thanks, guys. Take care.